What is the best place to talk about the environment if not a marvelous park? Unfortunately, a problem that humanity has only recently realized is the degradation of the environment, which puts the very survival of our species at risk on this hospitable planet that little by little we are making unlivable. The terrestrial environments contain all the magic of evolution for a priceless natural heritage. Of course, the Earth has been able to withstand violent and devastating changes operated not only by man, but also by nature, such as the glaciations, and has always been able to find a new environmental balance. However, in the last 2 centuries, human intervention has become massive and disproportionate. Looking around, we realize that our planet is now made up more of concrete than of green. The organization in charge of defending this heritage is the WWF, which has identified a network of environments at risk, starting from primary animal and plant species. The result has a name and a number, Global 200, that are areas of the planet where action is most urgent. Destroying, polluting and making nature increasingly vulnerable means causing huge damage to ourselves and to future generations.
Now, putting aside man and his relationship with the environment, we move to the consequences of this link. You may know that pollution is constantly increasing in the world, and you may also know that this process has given birth to the plastic islands, which are literally entire continents made up by plastic and metal tools that used to sail our oceans every day. Nowadays there are 6 of them in the world, and the smallest one is estimated to be extended for 1.6 million square meters, which in practical terms it is more than 5 times bigger than Italy. It is most relevant spring of death amongst marine mammals, and it could lead to the extinction of entire at-risk animal species and to the annihilation of complete ecosystems. The main sources that contribute to the increase of pollution in the world, there are cargo ships who are said to release in water more than 6.5 million of tons of rubbish every day. On the second step of the podium, there are commercial fishermen who keep throwing or losing equipment in the water. But in the end, there are common sailors or swimmers who drop everyday life objects in the oceans. Everything that is thrown in the ocean, it is used by animals to have an exit banquet. Well, not so exit because the main product they eat is microplastic. But I leave the word to Nicolò, who is going to talk about it.
Various scientific studies have shown that microplastics are hazardous to human health and to the environment, especially aquatic and marine habitats. This occurs because the plastic melts in the span of a few years, and as soon as it remains submerged in the water, it can be swallowed and accumulated in the body and the tissues of multiple organisms. Even smaller particles of plastic exist, and they are called nanoplastics, but science still knows very little about them. And due to their size, they can be analyzed in the labs. But let's start from where microplastics come from. It comes from larger polymers, and when the plastics ends up in the water, it dissolves into multiple particles called nanoplastics. Since many elements contribute to the deterioration of the plastic into the ocean, it's hard to say how much it takes for our polymers to dissolve into microplastics. This process is also prolonged by chemicals using during manufacturing to give materials different features. Now, global plastic production has increased a lot in the latest period, and from 1.5 million tons of plastic product in 1930s, in the last decade of the 20s, we have such as 28 million tons of plastics produced. This obviously causes bad problems because pieces eat microplastics that ends up on our table, and this can obviously produce a lot of problems to the human body and cause modifications.
Laying the foundation of economic, social and environmental sustainability means moving toward a low impact to the future generation. The estimate is 10 billion for the 2050, and it's difficult to imagine how the Earth will give us the resources to live. So also the consumer has to pay attention in what they buy. This is the reason why green economy born. His idea is to move away from fossil fuel and prefer the renewable energy, such as solar energy, geothermal energy and biomass. His idea is also to reduce the impact of the production of environment and extend the life of ecosystem and of our future generation. We can say that Europe is the main country on the production of renewable sources. In fact, our country, Italy, is at the third place with 11% of renewable sources uses. We have also Sweden at the first place with 55% of renewable sources uses, and Europe adopted also the solution of photovoltaic system. In fact, these help to convert solar energy in electric energy and reduce also the costs.
So, as everything comes to an end, we have reached the end of this video.
This was Against Environmental Spoilt.
Hope you like it and enjoy.
And we'll see you in the next chapter.
Bye!